We've just quality checked the lorry that came in on Friday. Really happy with the ranges that arrived this time. We've got some really good sellers like the Tahiti, we've got some Caldos, Willow, Patterdale, which all sell really well. We did receive randomly some dining chairs and coffee tables. Never had them on a lorry before. We have got a little bit of cleaning to do on these, so we did get really good ranges, but some of them do need a little bit of work. We've essentially got 2 processing bays that we'll use prior to photograph. A short repair, which is stuff that just needs a little bit of a hoover or a little bit of a wipe. A couple of them go into the major repair section. Recliner needs a new motor. Power recliners aren't working, which is fine. We can just fix it. Maybe we're missing legs on, so we need to put a leg order in with one of our suppliers. We'll make sure we try and order them straight away so that the legs arrive either tomorrow or the day after. My favourite arrival is this Studio 3-seater. So this has been a really, really popular range. Great thing about these is they're a power recliner, so you've got power reclining footrests, but it still looks really nice and modern. A lot of recliners these days, they're comfy, but they just don't look great. Whereas something like this still looks modern, looks great, really comfy.
$2.48. And we are on our way to Nando's. A little lunch meeting. Me and Wes need to go over our plans for the footstool holder.
We've assessed what really needs changing.
Yeah, absolutely. It wouldn't fit under all the sofas is the issue. Leah's first day as well. Treating us a lot on Nando's. Why not? What?
She gets treated and I get it taken out of my lunch hour.
Yeah, because you're a dosser. You're an absolute dosser.
Have you seen how much has been done?
You've painted the same white wall white about 16 times.
Oh, you're joking me. You're joking. You're joking. We need to go smaller for sure, which I'm thinking we were at
too long as well.
So we were at 40. We're looking at dropping that down to 35 by 35.
You have to put the whole package together, everything we need.
Okay.
You send it to me, I buy it.
Have a look at how much it's going to be. I just think it'll be quite expensive. That's all.
And if we order them today, would you be able to get them made before you go away?
15 in 2 days. Highly unlikely.
This is going to be the beds and mattresses floor. So the new suspended ceiling has gone on over the last week. These are all getting replaced because we've had a couple of leaks. We will need to put the rest of the roof tiles in with all the insulation, but we just can't do that until the lights have been fitted. We're thinking about what to do with the windows. So obviously we've got like these bars on at the moment, but they're useless. So we might take them off, just give them a bit of a paint. The big thing we're trying to figure out is what to do with all of these rooms. So initially we wanted all of this as like one big open space. Either gonna try and do cutouts of the walls so you open it up a bit, or the second option is we're gonna have to knock it all down, which is gonna cost thousands. So we're just trying to figure out what the best thing to do. These 2 walls are definitely coming dodown. We will obviously lose the office as well.
It is 5:45 and I am on the way home. We just got a call this evening saying a 20-foot shipping container that we ordered is going to be delivered tomorrow morning between 9 and 10. It's like a week early, so it's a bit of a surprise, but we can handle it. We've got a very tight bit of space we're working with. Our land, where we're putting it, is about 20 foot and 2 inches, and it's a 20-foot container, so we've got 2 inches to play with before we get on the council's land, which we don't want to do. We're going to be converting it into a food truck, which we're going to use mainly for match days during the United games, which we get being so close to Old Trafford. Previously, last year, someone who owned a food truck rented it for a very cheap price, £30 a game for it was, to use our land for their food truck. It is pretty pricey. Burgers round Old Trafford on match days, you're getting that premium for location. We're hoping to do a bit of a better menu, and if successful, we might keep the food truck open the whole week. We've got to sand it, paint it, install a serving flap, install a new door, get all the catering equipment in. James is coming up with the menu, so he's got to sample the menu, refine it, sort out the supply. We've also got to sort out staff, because we're going to use one of our sales staff on the day to man that and the parking. We're also using it for signage purposes, because we don't attract enough signage on the main road at the moment for people driving past, as you have to turn your head left. And so we need to get that front-facing signage in place, which is helpful with the container, gives us that height that we can fix it onto and get people pointing their heads that way with some good signage. I basically left the operational side of this project to James, the match day operations. I've just found the container. It's Tuesday morning, 8 AM, and we are on our way to the showroom. We had a call from the delivery driver saying they'd be there in 45 minutes, so should have plenty of time to prepare and take delivery. As you can see, it's not perfect condition. We did opt for the cheaper B grade unit because we knew we were going to do a lot of painting or refurbishment to it anyway, so we thought it'd save a couple of grand.
But it is waterproof and airtight.
It's actually a bit better than I thought. I thought it might have some holes in it, but it's not. It's pretty perfect size-wise. We just managed to go inside our lines, so it was very tight.
Big plans coming for this. This side, we're going to paint the whole thing in our classic JGFO blue. We've got to put a door here. Quite a large service window for serving, like your match food, burgers, drinks, water bottles, that sort of thing. Maybe a few benches scattered out here on our the front area so people can sit and enjoy it on the way to Old Trafford. The doors for the actual crate are here, which don't open because we'd open into the building.
We had to sacrifice being able to open the container doors at the back.
We wanted a window out the front here for catch people that are walking this way so they could see.
2 big signs going on that side and the other side catch the traffic that goes past us all the time. Not only going to help us bring in revenue on match days, but hopefully throughout the week with some better signage, physical on the road front.
So we've got a few problems. We need to sort out electricity, water, we've got a generator route, or whether or not we try and wire into the main showroom.
Yeah.
How big we want the service windows, where you want the door exactly.
First step is we have to get it into a decent condition.
Yeah, so we're going to sand it down, grind back the bits of bubbly rust to give a nice smooth finish.
And get it painted.
Yeah, let's do it.
I love it. This one here. The signs did arrive that are supposed to go on most of the showroom area here, just giving a bit of information about our services, so free delivery, furniture removal, long-term finance available. Now, the disappointing thing is they came much darker than like the colour they were supposed to be. The company we do it from, we bought a lot of stuff from, so they gave them all for free in the end. So we're getting them all remade. And we will keep these though, because we can use them at our new premises. We've also had a bit of an issue with the painting. In some areas, like here, you can see, the paint is bubbled. Pretty well, what kind of paint we got here?
We're using masonry paint. It's supposed to be exterior, isn't it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be exterior, but
it's doing fine, isn't it?
Yeah. This is something that can happen when you take the risk of using your own staff who potentially aren't trained painters to do the paintings. What they did here is they accidentally mixed 2 paints, a masonry and an interior paint, caused the paint to bubble. Wes is going to have to figure out how to repair it. You can see some of the newer lights along the front there, pure LED panels where there used to be fluorescent tubes, so it's a big money saver for us in the long term in terms of the electricity costs, but it also makes the showroom look a lot brighter, especially in that back area over there where it used to be next to no light. It's really important with sofas because colour is quite important. People are very particular about it. On a beige or a cream, there's a big difference. To actually be able to tell the difference and make it look somewhat like it would in your home is important. What I've seen and noticed with customers that walk around the showroom is they don't all analyse every price card that we put down. The first thing people look at when they come through is, do I like the way it looks? Do I like the way it feels? Which is a good way to think, but also a lot of people come to us because they're looking for something cheaper, they're looking for good value. When we don't advertise that well enough, they're only thinking about how it looks. But I had these new red tags made so that people who walk past, that's got their attention, and they're now thinking, actually, I do like how it looks because it's only £490. Just here at BQ, looking for a few bits for our showroom refurb. Got to get a hose pipe so that we can jet wash down our new container. Metal sealant to go on the top of the container. We've only got 10 minutes because we've got to be at the showroom quickly. We've got some metal sealant paint to go on the top because there's some rusting issues up there, and as you see, Wesley at the moment is applying that paint. We went for white as well to reflect the sunlight so it doesn't get too hot inside. We've got the jet wash out, which we use to clean our vans. This is the easy part. The harder part's then cutting out the door serving flaps. That's going to be trickier. So we're cracking on with it. We're a few hundred metres away from our showroom here in Stratford, and we frequently go up this way past Old Trafford Football Stadium to White City Retail Park where we get food most days. And there's always a homeless guy here on the corner. So I thought, well, instead of that, what if we gave him like a marketing job where he has to hold a sign, but this time his sign is obviously promoting us, paying by the hour rather than him waiting for donations. I'm going to put it to him, see if he's interested. Picked up a little meal deal from Costa Coffee. We're going to go hand this to him and introduce our idea, and we'll go from there. Hi, pal. I'll speak to you soon. So it went pretty well. Pretty resounding success.
We are at potentially our new showroom in Stockport. There's a few little details that we need to iron out before signing all the contracts. We've got the heating lads, so they're coming today just to test out all of the heaters and the air conditioning to make sure it's working. We have been stood here for 45 minutes. We have still not been given the keys to get in, which we're not too happy about. I've been told the guy will be here in about 10 minutes and then we'll get in and see what's going on. Finally made it inside. We're gonna look around the whole place. A lot of stuff has been taken out since we last came in. So there were hundreds and hundreds of chairs, desks, which they have got rid of. However, there are a lot of racking, obviously from the previous tenants. So we're gonna have to figure out what needs to go. There's also quite a lot of tills, so we're just gonna figure out which ones we wanna keep. We've got the escalators. We're not 100% sure they are working yet, but we do have someone coming out in a couple of days to test them all. So the top floor where we came in, that'll be warehouse. This floor and the one above, they're the key ones. So the state of this floor is not quite as good as downstairs. As you can see, it looks like they've had sort of cabinets on here or something. We might need to try and replace this area with new tiles. The rest of the floor is actually not too bad. Again, it's just gonna need a little bit of a clean. But here's the loading bay. We're really happy with the size of this space. There are two big skips in here at the moment, just getting rid of all the old tables and chairs that they were storing here. There's plenty of space for staff parking. And also with the huge shutters, we'll be able to pull in a 40-foot lorry so we can unload all of our goods. And there's plenty of space to park our vehicles inside as well, just for security reasons overnight.
Okay, so you can see Chris, our photographer, in the background here. He's filming the sofa because we started not just putting product photos online, but also product videos. We had a lot of customers who wanted to see, you know, a full 360 of the sofa, or even with it sat with a model on to get kind of an idea of size, a bit better perspective. It's quick, simple, but very effective. 40-foot wagon's just arrived. We're going to go and load it now. Hopefully there's some nice pieces on there, but we'll find out shortly. Oh, that's beautiful. They're a bit shit though, I hate these ones. Like this is a beauty, the Hoxton. Scandi arms on this. They are, oh, beautiful. So, Windsor footstools, got a 4-seater cuddler and footstool. This feels broken, the way they've loaded it. They've put two sofas on top of this swivel chair, but we'll find out upon further investigation. This is a nice little accent chair, teal velvet club accent chair. Look at this wrapping, terrible. Bit of a mix of stock, some in really good nick, some fresh out the box, some in wrapping, clearly cancelled orders, some that were ex-display, and some that were just pretty crap and will be going to the skip. Overall, it's fairly average, fairly medium price points, so I don't think it's a big money maker, this load. There's a few nice ranges. We had something from the Ledger, a Wren, Tahiti. It is what it is. We'll take it, we'll move on, we'll get it processed quickly, and move on with the day.
Thanks for watching this week's episode. Please like and subscribe, and tune in next week to see how we take a whole new approach to hiring for the warehouse. I take a look at how the new roof installation is going at the showroom, and James talks you through some repairs at the warehouse. See you next week.
Got some nice.
Booyah!
Loves to fucking waft the.
Take our. Okay.
One take, boom.
Well. Oh, lovely, sir.